Welcome back, denizens of the Omniverse. Today we are returning to the Wastelands with Fallout Season 2. If you haven't seen my reactions to Season 1, go check them out. I had an absolute blast with this. Just to reiterate, if you didn't catch any of those, I've played, let's see, what's my experience with Fallout? I've watched more playthroughs than I've played myself. I've played maybe like 1 or 2 hours, I think, of Fallout New Vegas way back when. I have a problem, just to fill you guys in. I have a little bit of a difficult time staying on target with open world games, especially of this sort, where you get so many options and stuff like that. It makes it very difficult to finish at times. So when it happens, it is a miracle. And then on top of things, with everything going on with the channel and all this, like, I'm still like, dude, it's been a year. Over a year, and I still haven't finished Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and I am itching to do that before this year closes. I was hoping to play Fallout New Vegas between Season 1 and now, and that absolutely fell through. Anyway, sorry, sidetracked. I've played probably maybe 1 to 3 hours, I'd say, of New Vegas once upon a time. I've probably played roughly maybe 8 to 10 hours, I think, of Fallout 4. And oddly enough, I think the most that I put the most time into is probably 76, because I'm from West Virginia. So I got really excited when one of the games was going to be set, where I grew up. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go in there. I played the beta, and while the beta was going on, I sunk in as many hours as I could while it was open. I had fun here and there. I mostly camped out around Camden Park because I thought that was kind of funny that it was even in there, and just explored for the most part. I don't know. I can't recall how far I really even got, but I know, like, I'm relatively familiar with some of the factions, some of the worlds and stuff like that, even more so now after Season 1. But I don't know, like, the intricate minutia of all the different relationships outside of, like, maybe passing cultural knowledge, just kind of absorbing it osmosis style from just, being in the gaming sphere or just in fandom in general, so, like, I don't know. But either way, like, going into the show, I enjoyed the crap out of it, the tone and the way that even for a casual like me, it was so accessible into the world. And for people who have never experienced Fallout at all, and for fans, like diehard fans of Fallout, to really get swept up in the world. And they did a really smart thing by setting it in the world of Fallout. It's not adapting a specific game or anything like that, or storyline or characters. It's just, this is also, just like all the other games, another section of the country. We're following a different set of characters, a different vault, a different mystery, different story, but in the same world. And I thought that was super cool. But with this season, with the way last season ended, we are now entering territory where it's no longer just kind of off in the distance. It's about to intersect in a big bad way with one of the most beloved games in the franchise with New Vegas, as we ended last season with them heading to New Vegas. We saw it on the horizon as her father's character was looking out off over the distance. I know this is still set the furthest in the future, I believe, if I remember correctly. It's been a minute since I've kept up with everything. As far as, like, in the timeline of the Fallout world, arguably has become one of the most important, I think, lore pieces in the grand scheme of things. But picking up after, like, with a storyline like Fallout, I'm very curious to see how they navigate coming in, even with the distance set away from the timeline of the game, how it deals with the choices in that game. Because that's one of the things about Fallout that is up to the player. It's part of the journey, is like the choice selection, your morality, how you play your character, what factions you side with and whatnot. Sometimes it can impact the ending of the game. And I'm curious to see how they play with that. I'm more curious how the fandom behind the games is going to react to whatever they do. I might not outright even notice anything personally. Like, there's some things here and there I'm going to probably recognize still, just like in Season 1, but, like, I don't know it that well. So I think I'm most excited for the conversation, or maybe excited is the wrong word, curious about the conversation on how they navigate and handle this. I mean, I love season 1, man. So I am locked and ready to go for this one. And yeah, I think that's all the preamble we need. So let's get ready to jump in. If you want to see the full-length reaction where you don't have to deal with all the crap we got to do to get around YouTube's draconian YouTube copyright system, as well as the new AI moderation that they've implemented that's been really being a pain in the ass with our videos as of late, you can avoid all that and check it out over on Patreon. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies we cover on the channel. You also suggest and vote what movies to react to each month. It's a great way to support the channel, help us do things you do for here. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. To least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already, because it really helps these videos out. Huge shout out to the team over at Prepper for helping me edit down these highlights for you guys here on YouTube. And with that all said and out of the way, let's get ready to hop into episode 1 of season 2. Here we go.
You come from a world of rules, of laws. This place is indifferent to all of that.
I'm not going back without my dad.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her brother, what the situation that he was left in as well. We have yet to follow back up on his, you know, on top of all of this, on top of them journeying even further away from the vault. Oh, there's a lot of interesting jumping around I'm sure they're going to do this season with all of that. And then the new status of the imposition of power with the Brotherhood.
You just give it a little time.
Didn't they just include him, like his Ghoul character, in a recent update of 76 even? I think I remember seeing something like that in the Ohio-based region or something. I really need to get better about like cracking open some time specifically so I can catch up on my gaming backlog. There's so many games, one that just keep coming out that I really just need to get into, on top of ones that I just need to cross off the list still.
War never changes.
God, that still gives me fucking chills, dude.
Because the future of humanity comes down to one word: management.
No, I actually have to get back home.
God. Oh yeah, dude, I can't wait to see you. Why am I blanking right now? Fuck, Deathclaw. Saw Skull on the ridge heading into New Vegas. I'll be honest, it's been so long since I've seen the trailer, I don't remember what all was shown already.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. God, and they've restored power. They have this power source. God, so much can shift now.
Look out at this wasteland, it's like chaos, but there's always somebody behind the wheel.
If and when they do a new Fallout game, I wonder how they'll navigate or where they'll place it. I'm gonna say navigate the things we learned in this. The man who knew.
Our primary concern at Robco Industries is creating greater efficiency in the workplace. If the American government...
Robert House, founder of Robco.
Goddamn parasite is what he is. We didn't vote for this dumb maggot.
Oh, yes, we did.
Every dollar spent is a vote cast. And that fellow right there, he has more votes than every one of those pan-headed politicians in Washington. You his biggest fan or something?
He's just speaking truth is all, sounds like.
What trade are you in, friend? Construction. So you must use the H&H nail gun. I thought you'd be grateful. Obsolescence. It's a heck of a thing. You know, I try and see it from your perspective, but it's hard to imagine being so dim as to be caught off guard by the inevitable. Hit me in the mouth. I think I'd enjoy it. I'm rarely wrong, but let's move on.
What's his game?
That is $31 million.
Just in the trunk of your car.
What would you do for all of that money? Short of ideas? Well, that's no surprise. How about I offer you one?
This is one of those situations where I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to know this guy. Well, maybe if I played more intimately.
All I'm asking you to do is to insert this into the back of your neck, and all that nice money right there is yours.
What the fuck?
How about I break those hands you've never used? Then we'll take his money. These fucking rich people.
He's gonna just, yeah, that's about what I thought was gonna happen there. When we let his guard down.
I'd like for you to do me a small favor.
No.
Get rid of your friends.
Yo, what the hell?
You fellows do use the H&H nail gun. You should feel good about it. You paid for all of this.
Wow, what a psycho, dude. That was a good shot. I'll give him that. Wait, is he... Oh, is he powering through it? Oh, or is he now just targeting him next? Oh!
The world may end, but progress marches on.
What the fuck, dude? We're starting off strong. I feel like I should know who that is. Like I said, I know like a little bit. I don't know a lot of it. I recognize that fucking dinosaur though.
Some little bounty hunter put him right in our fucking laps. So now we settle the score.
Oh, how did we get here? Where's the rest of our little squad?
Didn't that used to be a store? I think I bought a soda pop there about 25 years back.
Are you about fucking done?
Yeah, one behind the counter, her name was Darla.
He's got a damn good memory, dude. Guess that makes sense being an actor and whatnot, having to memorize the scripts and shit. Committing that to the wasteland.
It's been nice chatting with y'all, but if it's okay with you, I'm about ready to get on with it.
God, I love him so much.
I'll say it louder. I said I'm about ready to get on with it.
Uh-oh. Okay. All right. I see the vision now.
To get on with it.
That's the damn signal!
Fuck.
What, gotta sell it a little bit? Or is she just confused? Or is she debating about whether or not to actually intervene? Okay, she's just, oh god damn it. She's trying to avoid the violence, I guess.
And on this journey, we found ourselves in need of food and supplies. Plan A was to leave you alone and avoid the snare altogether. But we tried that, and I just started starving to death.
Oh, gosh darn it. Needing food and all.
Fucking shoot!
The idea was I would shoot him down, you take your weapons, and use whatever violence necessary in order for us to escape. Which, in my experience thus far, it's a lot of violence.
Yeah. Welcome to the wasteland.
What's plan C?
You just let us go. And we keep the caps you gave me, which, to be clear, we do need for our survival.
Yeah, I don't see that being the option they choose.
Would it help if I said please?
Whoever kills the girl gets to eat the dog.
The hell you will.
Okie
Hey, she gave him the option at least. I love that she's consistent, no matter how difficult it is. Real quick, I do have to say, I love that. Because just like in season 1, you could see the moments where the gameplay dialogue choices would have popped up on the screen. That's one of those moments where you as the player would typically have made the decision. And that's again something that I want to just kind of circle back on, because we're coming back to do this pretty fresh after, because it's been a minute. But like, that's what I loved about season 1 so much. We had 3 primary characters that we were following: the Ghoul, Maximus, and Luzzi. You know, each of them was definitely a different shade on the morality scale. So like, she's like the goody good. Maximus is kind of like the wild card, to be honest. Kind of like whatever benefits me most of the time. And then he's like the kind of one that's just like, I'm just going to rough and tumble my way through everything. You know, they are like that kind of grayscale of the typical, you know, RPG morality, whatever you want to call it, diagram or meter, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like when she was popping up and it's like, here's your options, blah, blah, blah. This is what we could do, giving them the choice of sorts and then just letting it play out. And also just her like making the decision while he's hanging. It's like, okay, what approach am I going to take to this? Am I going to shoot now and instigate that scenario? Am I going to hold? Am I going to try to negotiate? What am I going to do? I love that shit because you can see it baked into the way they wrote the show. Going for non-lethal shots. And him? Nope. Yeah, she's like, God damn it. Nice, nice, nice. I'm sorry, what did that say on the side of the pool? Death or something?
To the town of
Oof.
hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have.
It's another thing too. I love the music. Maybe I don't recognize that dinosaur. Maybe I'm gaslighting myself into recognizing the dinosaur. Is that dinosaur in the game? Or like one of them? I thought it was, but what do I know? That's my hat. Show off. She's like, no. Well. Ooh. God. So chunky. Hey, we tried, at least. Yo, that's sick. See, with that banner too, here I am thinking, I was like, was that like a faction in the games as well?
I'm not gonna apologize for not murdering people.
Well, all that matters to me is you shoot that fucking rope.
Well,
Yeah.
I did, didn't I?
After letting it give him a couple good bites first.
Still looks like all the old photos.
That didn't take long for us to get here. I thought it'd take a little bit longer before we made it.
Bob's got shot down.
Well, if they could do that
That's
for
an
Las
interesting
Vegas, why
little
couldn't they
tidbit
just
of lore
do
right
that for
there.
America?
Not enough.
Because there was no they. There was a him, man by the name of Robert House.
Right. Okay, that makes way more sense.
Why would my dad go to Las Vegas?
No, throw a couple dice, play some cards, you know, have some fun. That's why. You know, tourist. Was all that exterior rubble there before? I don't remember that when we had that opening shot, or not that opening shot, the ending shot last time, when her father arrived.
Janie? Honey? Janie!
Oh, we can see the follow-up to that revelation on his part.
I want you to go to your room, okay? And I want you to pick out your 3 favorite outfits.
Because I think obviously, like, after when we picked up with him when the bombs dropped, it had, well, I mean, obviously it had to have been after all of this. And then they're still together before all of that started as well. And then they weren't when he was doing the birthday parties. So there's still a lot to fill in. Oh, look at all that, dude. Looks like one of the neighborhoods right out of Fallout 4, like the opening sequence.
Be advised, the test of the Civil Alert broadcast system for Los Angeles County will commence in 10 seconds.
God, I love the aesthetic so much of this. Yeah, that's got to be fun. Wait. Okay. I guess nobody was listening to the radio. Or...
It's just a test!
Yeah. Maybe that's the point. They're playing along as if it's real. Or they just weren't paying attention to the radio announcement. Oh, God, yeah, his face being on the billboards for all of these different things. This is the fact that he's the Vault Boy also is crazy. But yeah, that guy walking around in the duster and the hat there that gave him that weird look. I was like, I wonder if that's like one of those surveyors that went around like at the start, again, like I was talking about, like at the start of 4, that knocks at the door and you answer a couple questions, and he moves on or whatever. All right, we're back at the vault, picking up here, see what's going on in 33 at least.
Have you seen Norm?
Norm has been sent for a leadership exchange program to Vault 31.
Everyone's moving up in the world but me.
Yeah, moving up.
What you guys working on?
The water chip, which we need to survive, which is broken.
Oh, right, yeah, that. Ugh.
I ordered my series Pip Boy. I still have not taken it out of the box.
Start a club or something.
A club? What kind of club?
Whatever gets you the hell out of here.
Maybe you could start a group for people to talk about any kind of feelings you may be feeling.
What kind of feelings am I feeling?
That's up to you, dude.
Shame,
what the fuck?
Uselessness?
I don't feel useless.
Well,
but I like shame. Shame I can work with.
Are you okay, dude?
Snack budget, of course.
Send a supplies request, and I'll sign it.
Get the fuck out of my workshop.
So you see what I'm up against. In 33, I leave my quarters, take a right turn, another right turn to the elevator. Here in 32, it's a left.
Oh yeah, I forgot they split the population to get 32 back up and running. And she's the overseer over here now.
Is there anything remotely actionable here? Something I can do for you?
Signage. No, that could be controversial. Maybe you could commission a feasibility study on the topic of signage.
Sure. That reaction.
Heck of a wife you got, Chet.
We're not actually married.
And a beautiful baby.
Not mine.
I never had a family. What happened?
Wow, it's so funny, like how everything's kind of mirrored over here.
What? Davey, I mean, bless his heart, but you know.
Just seeing if you've gotten around to giving me a job assignment yet. If you haven't chosen a gatekeeper yet, I have experience.
Chet, I've been busy, and I need someone to take care of the baby, and it's used to you.
Would you at least consider giving him a name? Because the neighbors have started to call him Chet Jr.
Let's go with that then.
Chet Jr. was my father's name.
Oh.
It's sort of a personal area for me, having watched him die of starvation in the Weevil famine.
Dude, I would blow my brains out.
Are we having an argument?
His face.
Chet Jr. it is.
Chet Jr. Chet the Third.
Oh, how are you with computers?
That was Norm's department. Maybe you can ask him in the terminal.
I'll just send the other vault a message.
Funny about that, you could do that where he's locked in 31. Was there a terminal where he was locked in at? I think there was. That could weirdly work out. But, so she's not tech savvy whatsoever. Great choice in overseer over here.
God damn cheese and rice.
No, intervault communications disabled.
Uh-oh.
Where are you? I'm coming for you.
Oh, is that his doing?
God, look at this mess. You really are a disgusting, filthy animal, aren't you? You need to clean this up.
Because you can't, I would presume.
So you found water.
Oh, is that the condensation dripping off of the ice pods? Cryopods?
Get in your dad's cryopod. All you have to do is wait until the surface is safe to recolonize. And then we'll all head up for Reclamation Day.
That we keep moving.
Or you could just let me go home. People are gonna notice I'm missing.
Oh, we have a protocol for everything.
Then again, given the Reclamation Day, I think for 76 was intentional for the exact purposes of you know, obtaining the codes, the keys, and reestablishing a foothold in the wasteland and a touchstone so that they could still kind of do all of this.
You're living in my world.
You're in my world now, bitch.
You're in over your head.
At least he has a head. Oh, is he gonna do it? Fuck. Guess we'll find out eventually. I can't imagine he would, but I also don't really know what his options are right now.
So you think my dad is going to lead you to your family, which means you think your family's still alive after 200 years, and somehow I'm the optimistic one?
Oh God, what the fuck?
Your daddy. Always making new friends.
I just stepped right through him and kept going. And that guy doesn't look like long dead. What? Yeah, that screams trap to me.
We can
Just ahead, fresh eats, fresh daily, made daily, just ahead, come on.
Excuse me. Hi there. I'd like one bowl of
flea soup.
Sure.
Now tell me, is it made with real fleas? Because otherwise I ain't having none of it.
I was wondering if you happen to see.
I guess I got my answer. Oh, there's probably a little bit extra in there too. Oh God.
Some crackers if you want them. They're in my other pants.
Oh, I'm okay, but...
What are the crackers made of? No, I don't. Oh my God, the fucking jumping. The fucking jumping. Ah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm getting some
So
flashbacks for that shit, dude.
Have seen a man passing by in a
Sorry.
sort of oversized outfit made of metal.
Been into a house one time that was completely infested. Like you could just look at the carpet and you just see little things just jumping all over the place.
You went that way.
Thank you.
Oh God. Now I'm feeling itchy.
It's mine.
Sure, why not?
Question. What exactly is it you plan on doing once we find your daddy?
Would have been so much better about that if I didn't see the fleas jumping.
Leave it to me to put one in his head.
No, I'm gonna bring him to justice.
Oh, we'll see about that.
I believe that's what everyone deserves. So people know that how they conduct themselves matters. They don't give up hope. Like you say you did, but really it's still in there.
No, look at you.
The way you was raised wasn't real.
I know that. Look at your alternative. Guess I'm just trying to lead by example.
She's got a point. Trying to make a better future, make a better world, even if the one she came from isn't real. Trying to make it such. Oh, Cooper Howard picture they were playing here. Oh, there's a vault. 24. A cut location from Fallout New Vegas. That's fun. I was like, I always want to know if it's one that's appeared before or if it's one that's new. And I guess in this instance, it's kind of both.
I'm not a spy. I'm not a red. I'm a fucking Hollywood actor.
A little Nuka-Cola there on the counter.
Also happen to be famous. And fame is a rare kind of power.
Oh, we got to keep Moldaver around for a little bit thanks to these flashbacks.
Are you familiar with Robert House?
The guy owns half of Las Vegas.
He's also building a privately owned missile system.
Are you asking me to spy on the wealthiest man in America?
Not spy on him.
Oh, wait. Assassinate him, I guess.
Your wife is going to Vegas next week to sell cold fusion to Robert House. Then he'll have everything he needs to press that button unless you stop him.
I know one thing that was kind of mixed reception was the fact that this conglomeration, this cabal of corporate heads were the ones that dropped the bombs to instigate all of this. It would seem to be doubling down on that and now connecting it around to House.
Cease
stated that the question might not be whether the world will end, but merely who will push the button.
You have no idea. Right under the Revenge of Brutus poster. But which one is the Brutus? Who betrayed who?
Looks like Daddy took a detour.
Never seen a vault like this before.
Run down, destroyed. There's a lot of those.
You've been to a lot of vaults.
Uh-huh.
You must like them.
Supplies. Well,
every time I step foot in one of these concrete shoeboxes, I gotta make peace with the fact that I might finally learn what happened to my wife and my daughter.
If they were in one of these, yeah.
Dead or
something else.
Far worse. What I'm curious about is why he even came at all.
The same emblem we saw on the whack-a-mole machine in that flashback.
It's not your fault you were born in a vault. Let me hear you say it.
It's not my fault. I was born in a vault.
It's not my fault. My parents were related or are related.
Oh, you relax.
Feels good to say it out loud, doesn't it?
It's just her reaction to those two.
I know what it's like to wonder if people look down their noses at you based on your family tree. We have to wonder if it's because our genes are somehow broken.
Oh my God, guys, relax. Do it later.
We're gonna change the rules, right?
Oh, wait. Oh,
that's not what this is about.
She's like...
But that doesn't mean those of us who are products of inbreeding need to feel bad. You understand?
Come on.
Yeah, no, they're here for permission. It's what it sounds like.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a mild allergy to dust, and sometimes I wonder if it was my father's fault because he fell in love with his cousin, my mother. I just wonder if there's a biological connection.
Or that could simply be an allergy.
It certainly could.
I knew it. Great.
Oh my God.
You know, I always felt my mother viewed me as a rival, which mirrored her relationship with her own mother, who was in love with my father.
Oh my God. What the fuck? Oh, he didn't get in.
You must be so hungry and so thirsty. Why torture yourself when there's a nice, cozy cryopod just waiting for you to hop into?
Eat his brain.
Eating that might seem like a good idea, but it's toxic. You'll die a slow, painful death.
Yeah.
You could always let me inject you with this guy right here.
Let me stab you. Let me give you a little poke.
You have two rational choices. Get in your dad's pod or die.
You're right, I only have two rational choices.
What about the unrational one? Eat the brain!
200 years of planning in order for everything to go just right. That seems like a lot of work if you ask me.
Stay back. What are you doing?
Thawing everyone.
Oh, whoa. Wait. What? What is this going? What?
Hard. Chaos is easy.
Let's go! No one, fuck your rules, fuck your plans. Chaos, let it rain. No, surprisingly, we've not checked in on Maximus at all. I would have expected us to do that. Maybe it'll be like the stinger at the end of the episode or something. The hell happened here?
Why would Vault-Tec allow communists in one of their vaults?
I wouldn't be so sure they did.
Oh, the little things from the opening. What the fuck? They were trying to brainwash them?
We choose people over product.
What the fuck? Wait.
These are Americans.
Wait. Yeah. Wait. What? Oh my God. Wait a second. Hold on. What if there was never an enemy to begin with? Even the war was manufactured. And that was how. Get people, convert them, and that's the people that you're fighting against. Create the enemy that justifies the dropping of bombs, the escalation of war, the fueling of the machines of this progress to circumvent whatever's going on, the advancement of their technology, to push for people to go into the vaults because of the threats of nuclear war and the fallout of that, and then churn that, escalate, and literally controlling every aspect of the trajectory of the world down to this magnitude. If that's what's happening here, that's insane. I mean, that would mean the people he fought when he was fighting the war were, well, not what he thought. Well, this is happening in a vault. That doesn't necessarily mean it was happening before the vaults were instigated, I guess. Never mind. I don't know. I mean, as we saw, it was happening pre-war too, before the bombs as well. It was testing it. I don't know.
Remove the drive.
Fuck. Of course. No answers yet. Tell me that wouldn't be wild, though. I mean, this could have been just a housing situation for that even during the time of the war. Or just a random open box of sugar bombs right there. Because I don't know what the point of creating them or continuing to create them after the bombs dropped, what the point of that would be for this vault. What the?
Well, hello there, Sugar Bob.
What do you want?
Fix everything. Go home, Sugar Bob. Go home.
Oh, so warning. Yeah. That's about what I expected there.
You ever seen your daddy use one of these before?
No.
You gonna take his advice?
He won't stop hurting people.
Which means we gotta stop him.
Better get going.
Let's go. God, man. What is going on? Oh, wait, are we finally checking in? We're getting close to the end of the episode. Yep. Okay. Fair. Oh, wait, no, never mind.
You have 462,311 unread messages.
Jesus.
Get to it.
Because this is a hub where they were collecting the data from all of the different vaults, right? Or was this different? Because we saw that at one point, didn't we? I think. Dude, it probably feels fantastic ditching that suit. Is that a gold Pip-Boy? Makes sense, I guess, where we're at. Yeah, global comms.
This is Hank MacLean, reporting for duty, sir. Nobody in Vault-Tec knows I'm here. Wanted to let you know I'm still alive. I hope you are too. I mean, I don't doubt that you are. You spent so much time calculating how to survive all possible contingencies. Looks like a couple of the Vault experiments ran into some speed bumps.
Oh, more of these.
I'm going to complete the work you started. When this is all over, you will be begging me to help you.
Well, let's go. Whoo! What a fantastic first episode. Let's watch the credits. To be honest, I don't remember the credits from last season. I presume they're different. Mojave Express, the Bison Steve, Casino. You never know. Lucky 38. Almost there. Your dream city awaits. So who was that guy in the beginning? The guy was like, because he was designing all these chips, I guess, or like help getting them out there. Oh, maybe he was just a external hand for Robco, because they were like, oh, what are you, a fan? And he was talking about how, you know, the people vote with their dollar. They put him in charge by giving him their money or whatever, which is valid, which is a true argument. You know, and then talking about how their technology is even in the construction world, when you ask like who they are, what they did, you know, with the hammer that they likely used on top of various other things. And then after all this, use them as like scapegoats to test whatever this like mind control brain interface is, that then we later see there's multiple vaults dedicated towards that, testing that, pushing that, continuing that research, perfecting it, or at least trying. One of which was Vault 24, where he's picked up a couple of these, where it turns out that they were maybe it was, okay, hold up. Maybe it wasn't that they manufactured the war, that the communists in this world didn't exist. Maybe the point was, can we turn Americans into communists? Because that would test the bounds of the device itself, I would imagine, given the stakes and the patriotism and all the crazy stuff going on in this universe and this grand scale war effort. Maybe that's the point, testing the limits of the conversion process. Can we convert regular Americans to believe that they are communists? Dress them up, see how much the thing is doing its job. You know, as you saw earlier on, he lost control of the one dude. I don't know if he lost control of the one dude, if the guy was able to fight back, overpower it, if it ran out of juice, or if, you know, he gave him the command to take care of the guys, and that eventually, once he was out of targets, he was now a target because he was a human in the vicinity of this thing that he just unleashed, or the guy was like, you just maybe do this, I'm going to get my revenge, whatever. Either way, he blew his head up, so we don't really know. But we're still following through on this idea that this cabal is, obviously, they're still kind of like gung-ho on whether or not it happens. They are planning on it happening, whether it's the war that leads to it or they have to do it themselves. Either way, the bombs will drop. And they've got this whole thing set up between this cabal, his wife, and at the center of it all, Robert House, who is trying and is equipped to survive any and all outcomes. And I presume, as we're here in New Vegas and he's here in the center, that is who he was attempting to reach out to on the radio here. Now, to my knowledge, depending on whatever ending you get, can determine a lot of different factors about the fate of Robert House. So, interesting enough, I do remember that there was an interview, I think, that came out that they said they were going to somehow write the show in a way that tiptoes around retroactively making any of the endings non-canon, so that you can still, your choice, whatever it was, can still be a possibility in this world. I have no idea how they're going to do that, but that would be, I'm kind of curious about that. Again, this is one of those things where I really am most curious about keeping my ear down to the conversation around the people that are the diehard fans of the games and stuff like that. Either way, all of that aside, for me, I just feel like we're just right back in the swing of it, man. I don't know any different. I'm having just a fucking good time with it. you know, being back in this world, checking in with everybody, you know, seeing what her brother is dealing with, being locked on that side, and then seeing what's going on with 32 and 33 after everything, after they've changed hands. You know, the overseers from 31 that are supposed to be taking charge of these places and building them back up are now in place. Because after all those twists and those revelations, them dealing with all the dunderheads that are beneath them, that was fun. And then Norm just going full chaos mode, and he's unthawing everybody in 31. Like, so what's the contingency there? I mean, he's like, hey, I'm just going to bet on chaos. You know, you gave me 2 rational options. Well, there's a multitude of irrational ones, and I'm going to do... I thought he was like, he was needing sustenance. He was needing, like, hydration and food. I was like, dude, just crack that jar open and eat that fucking brain. I don't know. That was where my head was at. But he's unraveling their system. Anarchy style. So what he's going to do, he can't... If they're thawed out, you know, what's going to happen? I mean, you might be able to convince a handful to go back into their pods, maybe refreeze, unless Norm doesn't allow that to happen or breaks it so that it can't happen and they can't go back into their cryo chambers. And in that case, to protect them, he would have to open the door, I would presume, unless he just wants to let all of Bud's die in here. And then what will that mean if that does intersect with the rest of the vault? I don't know, man. And I love the fact that, again, like, just like with the vault thing, because I know there's so many in the games themselves. Obviously, you have your character's primary vault that comes into play wherever you start the game. But in a lot of them, I do know that you stumble upon other vaults that's not yours, that you can explore and see what experiments happened, what's going on, whether there's still something going on or living there or whatever. That I feel like sometimes I was like, okay, is this one that exists or is this one being shown in the show? And I like that this is, what was it, Vault 24 was a cut location from New Vegas. Any details regarding it cannot be found in the game, but you can find a Vault 24 jumpsuit. It's just like a basic little Google search on that one. And then we actually got to see that here, what was going on in there, and that's kind of cool. That's super cool. I like that they're able to do something like that. I mean, that's the benefit of working so closely with the people that make the games and stuff like that, that they're really looking in at all of that detail. Even with the timeline stuff, like, they did kind of go into breaking down all of that, because I know there was a lot of confusion about the timeline of the bomb drops that we learned at Vault 4. And then, you know, but I feel like they've clarified that and cleared that up quite a bit since then. But I don't know. I just find it so freaking fascinating. And then again, Lucy's still being adamant about her point of view. You know, just because the world is this way doesn't mean she shouldn't try to make it better or be the change. So I like that. She's still actively being steadfast in this. She's resistant to that whole idea that the wasteland is changing her, and it's made her tougher. But as we saw with the opening sequence with him being captured, she still was giving people the choice to avoid the violence. If she's got to be violent, she's going to be violent, but she's going to try to circumvent that. But as she's found now too, I'm wondering though if this is going to push her one way or the other. That's going to be the challenge, because she is like, I need to bring my father to justice. You know, see the error of his ways, blah, 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 all that. And, you know, obviously the Ghoul here is still kind of, you know, he sees the world the way he does. And, you know, they're at odds in that way, because these two are like on opposite ends of the spectrum, right? So, like, I think that's what makes it fun about them, you know, playing in this world together, especially with that whole scenario in the beginning. She's like, if I let you out free, murder's going to ensue. So she tried to hold it out as long as possible. And the second he was free, yes, murder did ensue. You know, he kills all the NPCs. And I thought that was so much fun, seeing them play around with that idea and just that. But with her father, seeing what he's done here and that message that he left for her in the way that he left it for her was horrifying, especially to her. So I'm just wondering, like, is she going to compromise herself to remove her father from the equation? And did he have some kind of secret pact with House? Because he was talking about his promotion. that nobody from Vault-Tec knows that he's here. So he's kind of got his own little game that he's playing, it seems, that is counter to whatever Vault-Tec had going on and was cooking up. And as we knew, like, this whole, like, cabal thing with their experiments, with their vaults, with their stuff, was almost this kind of contest to see who, by the end of it all, does kind of come out on top, which is kind of interesting. I'm kind of surprised, like I said, when I saw the armor walking up in that shot, you know, I did find it a little odd initially that I saw that Vault-Tec thing, but for whatever reason, like the way we had the silent black screen, as and then we heard the stomping of the suits and the clanging of metal and stuff like that. I was like, oh, we're finally going to be catching up with the Brotherhood of Steel. So that was my initial thought when I went in there, because I looked at the suit first before I processed the rest of what I was seeing, and then it was revealed to be her father. Because I was like, I'm kind of surprised that we didn't get any update on Maximus or the Brotherhood in this, like what they're currently doing after everything. Now, in first episode of last season, I think we did touch base with all of our primary characters, I believe. So, I mean, there's obviously got to be a reason for that. We've got another story added in the mix, which is her father and whatever he's got going on. And as we learned, there is a central hub where all of the data for all of the vaults is being transmitted to. And with what we've learned about it, I wonder if that is in New Vegas, because like he's like, I got what? How many messages did he have that was unread there to sift through? Somebody had to be collecting that data, which we knew and we found out about later as well. So I wonder if he's just going to go through all of that, and I guess he's going to try to figure out how to finish what they started. And I don't know what they're going to do with that. Then again, like his whole thing was like, there can't be unrest or peace unless everybody is us. Like, that's the whole idea. They like, if there's no other, then there's no more fighting, no more competition, no more clawing, clamoring, fighting. And I wonder if that's going to go to the next level by just brainwashing everybody. And at that point, it's like, what is even the point? Other than for whoever is at the head of the table, because then you're the only one in charge. God damn it, man, that fucking flea thing. Oh my God, I'm just scrolling through the episode here. God, that, and then just like the Vault Town, the test for the bomb going off, these sirens going off, the Vault-Tec thing there with him, whatever's going on from him and his wife. We didn't get to see where that conversation went. And Moldaver was trying to convince him what sounded like to go axe him, try to take out House before any of this goes into action. Got the inbred support group. So many strange, fun shit that this series opens the door to conversing about. But yeah, that fucking like beaver or groundhog and that machine with the communist hat to the communist hat they picked up at the Vault 24. Again, it just makes me wonder if they orchestrated this from the very beginning. That was maybe early stages, and maybe they just incited the war. And again, this is just another further step of testing the technology for whatever their end goal is. Because whether or not they created the enemy or whatever, they may have very much so could have instigated the war for whatever reason. For all we know, whoever's leading the communist side of it anyway could be part of this cabal. It could be some global 1%er conspiracy that is just playing this game of risk for their own benefits at the end of the day. Like, it's just an illusion behind it all, which would be very Fallout, I think, to do as far as the commentary that is rife within this franchise. But yeah, who is that guy in the beginning? We didn't get that guy's name, did we? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. We'll get the reveal at some point, because I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? We'll figure it out when we figure it out. And you guys, if he's a character from the games, you might already know, but he's not one that immediately jumped into my brain. Because a lot of the characters, like, of the time, kind of look a little bit the same to me when they don't have, like, a very drastic character design that makes them pop and stand out. But Anyway, fantastic first episode. Excited to see where we go with the rest of the season. And yeah, unravel more mysteries of the Wasteland and the conspiracy behind it and see what happens next, guys. In the meantime, I want to know what you guys thought. How do you feel? Any fun facts and trivia? I'd love to hear from you guys, especially you guys who are more entrenched and in the know. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already. Remember, if you want to see the full length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. And speaking of before you go, I want to shout out Angela Burr, Adriana Mele, Lily Chan Sun, Kiana Chanel, and McGreg. Thank you guys so much for becoming savers here on the channel, helping sponsor and support the rescues that I'm taking care of here at the office. You guys have been a tremendous help with all of that. Thank you guys so much. And a huge special thank you to all of our channel legends. You and the patrons allow us to keep this ship afloat with all the craziness going on over here at YouTube and with the copyright and all the craziness going on, as well as just how much the channel's grown. You keep this ship chugging along, man. Thank you guys so much for the support, and thank you guys here on YouTube. Because without y'all, we wouldn't even be here. And with that all said and down the way, guys, that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.